Hello, listeners, and welcome back to our English Listening Practice podcast. If you're here to improve your English and train your ears to understand natural conversations, you're in the right place. Whether you're a beginner or already on your way to fluency, this podcast is designed to help you sharpen your listening skills and boost your confidence in real-life conversations. Today's topic is how to speak like native English speakers. We're going to explore the rhythms, expressions, and pronunciation habits that native speakers use every day. You'll hear practical examples, real conversations, and tips that will bring you closer to sounding natural and fluent. So, get ready to listen, learn, and speak with confidence, just like a native. Let's start the conversation between the host and Rohan.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really practical.
Yeah, how to move past just understanding English.
Exactly. To actually speaking it, more naturally, with more confidence.
Right. It's about unlocking that deeper connection, making things feel a bit more effortless when you talk.
And we're looking at this through the lens of someone who's, actually done it. Someone who really leveled up their spoken English.
Absolutely. Their journey gives us some really solid insights. It's not just theory.
So we've boiled it down to, three main areas for now today.
Oh.
First, how to make your spoken English sound, more natural.
Mm-hmm.
Second, how to weave practice into your everyday life, sort of seamlessly.
Yeah, the practical side.
And finally, ways to genuinely improve your listening skills, which is huge.
It really is. The aim here is to give you actionable stuff, things you can actually do.
Right. A toolkit for building that fluency and confidence. Ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
Okay, part one. Speaking more like native speakers. Now, there's this pressure sometimes, isn't there? This idea you have to sound exactly like a native.
Yeah, that's a common misconception, I think. And honestly, it can be kind of counterproductive.
How so?
Well, the real goal isn't perfect mimicry. It's more about naturalness, getting the right tone, using the kinds of expressions people actually use, finding a comfortable rhythm.
So less imitation, more authentic communication.
Precisely. It's about being clear, confident, and easily understood, finding your voice within English.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And the person whose journey we looked at, they made a shift, didn't they? Away from just grammar books.
They really did. There was this definite move away from solely focusing on grammar rules and vocab lists.
Towards what?
Towards listening, really listening, and then mimicry, shadowing, actually.
Ah, okay. So tell us about shadowing. It sounds interesting.
It's quite powerful, actually. You basically listen to some TV shows are great for this, like Friends or maybe Modern Family, or podcasts, YouTube, whatever. And you repeat what you hear right away, trying to match the tone, the speed, the rhythm.
Like an echo.
Exactly like an echo. It helps you internalize the sounds and flow without consciously thinking about rules. You're training your mouth almost.
You're sort of physically learning the language patterns.
Yeah. And that connects to another key thing, connected speech.
Right. When words kind of blend together.
Exactly. Instead of saying every single word distinctly, like going to.
You hear gonna.
Precisely. Or let me becomes let me. I would have my sound like I've.
Should have,
yeah. Understanding these and maybe even starting to use them a little makes you sound more relaxed, more natural.
And it must help with understanding people who speak fast too.
Oh, absolutely. It's crucial for listening comprehension. You start recognizing those patterns.
Okay, so rhythm, connected speech. What else helps sound more natural? The source mentioned expressions, right? Idioms.
Yes. Definitely. Moving beyond just textbook phrases. Using everyday stuff adds personality.
Like what? Give us some examples.
Well, instead of just, I'm very tired, you might say, I'm beat.
Okay.
Or if you don't like something, it's not my cup of tea.
Right. Classic.
Or suggesting meeting later with a simple, let's catch up later. It's more casual, more idiomatic.
It adds flavor, definitely. Makes the language feel more alive.
It really does.
And the final big tip from this section was about thinking in English. That sounds important.
It's huge. It's about stopping that constant translation process in your head.
So not thinking in your native language and then translating.
Exactly. You try to form the thoughts directly in English, even just talking to yourself.
Like narrating your day in your head.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm making coffee. I need to check my emails. It builds that automaticity and it trains your brain.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like building correct pathways for English. All right, let's shift gears. Part 2. Practicing English in daily life. This can be tough if you're not in an English-speaking country. How do you create that environment?
Yeah, that's a common challenge. But you can definitely create pockets of immersion. The source had some simple, practical ideas.
Like what?
Like changing your phone language to English.
Yeah.
Your social media, too.
Oh, yeah, that's easy enough.
Using English subtitles when you watch things, even if you understand the audio.
Why subtitles even if you understand?
It just reinforces the connection between the spoken word and the written word. Helps vocabulary stick.
Okay. Any others?
Even simple things like putting little English labels on things around the house. Table, chair, kettle. Sounds basic, but it keeps the words in your environment.
Little constant reminders. And the source emphasized consistency, right? Even short bursts of practice.
Yes, massively. Consistency is key. Like 15 minutes every single day is often much better than, say, a 3-hour gram session once a week.
Why is that?
It's about habit building. Spaced repetition. Your brain learns better with regular short exposures. It keeps the momentum going.
Right. And that self-talk idea we mentioned fits perfectly here, doesn't it?
It really does. It's a prime example of daily practice.
So just literally talking to yourself about what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm washing the dishes now. What should I make for dinner? It feels maybe a bit silly at first.
Huh. Yeah, maybe.
But it's zero pressure. You're just practicing, forming sentences, thinking on your feet in English, building confidence privately.
A constant low-stakes rehearsal. I like that. What about writing? The source mentioned journaling.
Yes, English journaling doesn't have to be long, just a few sentences about your day, your thoughts.
How does writing help speaking?
Well, it makes you think about sentence structure, vocabulary, and crucially, you can review it.
Ah, so you can spot your own mistakes.
Exactly. Or use a tool like Grammarly, or maybe get feedback from a tutor online. You actively see where you need to improve, which feeds back into your speaking.
That's smart. Actively correcting yourself.
Yeah.
Now, technology must play a role here too.
Oh, for sure. Technology is a game changer for practice.
What kind of tools?
Well, there are language exchange apps like Tandem or HelloTalk. They connect you with native speakers for actual conversations.
Right, real practice partners.
And even AI tools now, like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You can literally have daily conversations in English with it.
Really? Like just chat about anything?
Pretty much. It's a safe space to practice, get feedback on grammar, try out phrases. It's always available.
That's amazing. And hobbies, how do they fit in?
That's another great angle. Making it fun. If you like cooking.
Watch English cooking shows.
Exactly. Or follow recipe blogs in English, if you're a gamer.
Play in English.
Yeah.
Join online communities.
Yes. Whatever you enjoy, find a way to do it in English. Learning sticks so much better when it's tied to something you actually care about.
That makes total sense. Learn in context.
Yeah.
So the big takeaway for daily practice is?
Make it part of your life. Weave it in. Change your phone. Talk to yourself. Journal a bit. Use tech. Link it to your hobbies. Small, consistent efforts.
They really add up.
They absolutely do. That's how fluency builds over time.
Okay, let's move to our final section, part 3, listening skills. This is often where people feel stuck first, right? Understanding native speakers.
Definitely, especially when they speak quickly or have different accents, it can feel overwhelming.
So how did the source suggest tackling this? Is it just about listening more?
Well, yes and no. More exposure helps, but it's really about active listening. Treating it as a skill you need to train, not just something that happens passively.
Okay, active versus passive listening. What's the difference?
Passive is just having English on in the background, like music while you work. It helps with familiarity, maybe rhythm.
But you're not really focused on understanding.
Right. Active listening is focused effort. You're really trying to grasp the meaning, pick out words, understand the main points. That's where the real improvement happens.
So what does an active listening routine look like?
The source laid out a pretty clear routine. First, find a short audio or video clip, maybe just 3 minutes or so.
Okay, short clips. Then what?
Listen once with English subtitles. This helps you catch everything, understand the vocabulary and context.
Right, use the subtitles as a learning tool.
Then listen again to the same clip, but this time without subtitles. See how much you understand now.
Testing yourself.
Exactly. And the final step, which we talked about earlier, shadowing.
Repeating what you hear.
Yep. Repeat each sentence right after the speaker, trying to match their pronunciation, intonation, rhythm.
So it's listen with subs, listen without subs, then shadow.
That's a really solid cycle. It hits comprehension and pronunciation.
And the source also mentioned listening to different accents.
Yes.